couple of live games that he's been in. So, yeah, he's excited, and I'm excited too. I'm excited that my roommate's going to be quarterback, and maybe have that personal connection. Although he doesn't throw me the ball, we're going to have some problems. And he's going to sleep outside.
That's something you've been waiting for, to have your roommate, the guy you've been with, came in with you, to now be the guy throwing you the ball?
Yeah, Mitch has been my best friend since I've been on campus, and I love the guy, and I don't have enough good things to say about him, but as a friend, you want to see your friend succeed, and that's kind of been the case for me. I've wanted to, because I know the work that he puts in, and I know how much he's wanted to be at the position he's in now. So I've kind of wanted it just as bad as he has, and I'm finally happy to see that he's able to get that.
As the team goes, what's the goal now? Now that spring is over, what's the goal now to get better from here? You played Georgia.
Yeah, every Division I team is working hard right now. So we've got to put emphasis on doing the extra and making sure that we're working hard and working smart. But I don't think that it's going to be too much of a problem. Coach Lou and those guys always have us prepared physically. So it'll be up to us to just make sure that we're healthy, we're physically and mentally prepared and ready for camp.
Switzer, what was missing last year against Baylor and against Clemson? If it's one thing that y'all could have worked on to bring you over the top.
Oh man, I don't know. Clemson, I think we were right there. I don't think we really we put ourselves in a position to win. If I had to point out one thing, their defensive line caused a lot of havoc for us in the backfield, and we didn't really get our running game going. But we performed pretty well in both of those games, and had a chance to win, but things didn't go our way. But yeah, we were in both of those games, and it's just something that we've picked up and learned from, and moved on.
And do you spend much time thinking about your punt return record that you can, last time to eclipse this year?
I haven't thought about it too much. I'm sure I'll think about it a little bit more when the season, draws closer. But I definitely want to get it. It's not something, I don't want to be one short. So it's something that, it would be nice to have. And, I'm sure we will get it. I'm sure, the 10 guys I got in front of me will want to get it too. So it'll just be about getting the right punt, getting the right look, and hopefully everything going our way.
You guys set some records on offense last year. Do you think you've hit your ceiling, or do you feel like this offense can actually go up another level?
I don't think we've hit a ceiling. You look at offenses that have done it consistently over the years, like Oregon, and Texas A&M has been good recently, Ohio State. So those guys do it every year, and that's why they're so good. And that's what we have to do. We've got to be consistent year in and year out offensively. And we've got the guys to do that. Now, whether we top the numbers we topped last year doesn't really matter, as long as we're taking care of business and making sure that we do improve. And if we do all those things, then the numbers will take care of themselves.
Any young guys that stand out the early enrollees, that one guy or two guys that really particularly stand out?
Offense, defense, or either.
What's one guy that stands out to you? It's 8 of them. A couple linebackers.
Jonathan Smith had a really good spring. Miles, Will Fork? Miles,
He's the corner.
Yeah, he did well. They were throwing us in some tough positions because we didn't have a lot of, we weren't deep in the secondary, some guys out, but Jonathan and Miles Doran at safety also did a great job this spring. So those guys have a bright future. It's just about learning and continuing to be physically and mentally prepared.
Cool.
What'd you hear from the next level that you need to do to improve your style?
That I needed to do? It's just a couple of the mental things about reading coverages and learning, when to kind of change your route mid-route. I've kind of got the physical tools down. It's just about, continuing to be consistent with those and fine-tuning them. But for me, it's been more of a mental grind with learning coverages and being able to read them on the run and pre-snap.
You make progress, you think, in the spring with that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm a much better receiver. I'm a much smarter receiver. I'm a better route runner. So it was a great spring for me.
Thanks, appreciate it.